Hi friends, we are out in the garden. It is my favorite time to come into the garden. It just rained right after dinner and then it cleared up, so it's made everything nice and cool. It was a really hot day, and now I don't have to water. I can just focus on maintaining my plants. So we were gone for about a week and my father-in-law watered while we were gone, and we had a couple storms, so that worked out well too. But as you can see, everything is just literally exploding. I have been fertilizing every 2 weeks with the fish fertilizer, and I've been putting a lot of magnesium in the form of Epsom salt down on my plants, and they have fruited like crazy. I do have a couple blight issues. I do think that that's because this particular bed had a ton of blight last year, and unfortunately that gets trapped in the soil and it can happen again and again. So that is part of the problem with that. But look at all of this amazing green goodness. My peppers are doing great despite a really slow start because it was pretty chilly. And we have some cucumbers to pick back in there. My onions are ready to pick, but unfortunately it rained tonight, so now I won't be picking them for at least a couple days so that they can dry out again. But you can see how they're all flapped over here. That means they are done. They are ready to go. And then we still have some over here. The white onions are always so sketchy. You never know if they're gonna do well or not. They are very susceptible to mold. So I didn't do a ton of them just because that's always a hard thing for us here in the Midwest with the mold. But my other onions are mostly yellow, and some of them are just really large. We've got a lot ready to be picked back in here. I know it looks like a hot mess. It is, but they are ready. Look at that. Some of them are softball size. So zucchini and squash are doing amazing as long as I hand pollinate them. If I do not hand pollinate them, they die off at the stalk. So I've been doing my best to come out here. See, just like this one. This one is dead because I wasn't home and I didn't get to pollinate that one. But from here on out, they should be doing well. Here's a couple more that are growing. We've got our bed of kale. Here we have our green bean patch that I had to cover for quite a long time so that we didn't have the bunnies eating it. And now we have a complete abundance of green beans. You want to make sure when you're picking your green beans that you use 2 hands and don't just pull with one, because otherwise you will snap off the whole stalk and then no more green beans will grow. So that is my tip for you today. But look at all those delicious green beans. All these flowers mean more green beans will be growing. They're doing fantastic. And then I've got cucumbers going over here. They are headed up their stalk. All you have to do is just help them a little bit with these. Just wrap it around. And then they grow right up the stalk on their own. You can see here, this is a burpless variety. And I've got one here. It's almost ready to pick. And then over here, this is my pickle canning varieties. And they're doing fantastic. Growing like crazy. This time of year, you want to stay on your produce and keep picking, because anything that is able to get mature and go completely on the vine will tell the vine to stop, because it has produced something that can ultimately seed itself, and then it stops producing fruit for you. So that is not what we want. So make sure you pick. And my pumpkins, this is my second year growing pumpkins, and this is just so phenomenal. I mean, we have a pumpkin every foot or two here. The chickens are gonna love this when we're done with them after Halloween. But you can see you do need a lot of space for pumpkins, because they just keep going and going. And what I like to do with them is just redirect them. So if they get too close to something that you don't want them to be close to, you just move them over a little bit. But you want to do that early, because they do grow roots from these little points here. So like, you see how this is grabbing on right there? It's growing a root in the ground. So just make sure that it's going where you want it to go, and that you move it early on. This garden bed here is an epic fail. I'm sure a lot of gardeners do not show you their fails, but I do. I planted that garden bed in hopes of getting some more lettuce, but I should have known that it was too late in the season. I should say mid-season, because right now we're looking at really hot temperatures, and the weeds grew faster than my lettuce seeds did, and I should have known that. So I should have planted something more like, still could do squash. You could do a later version of potatoes. I could have done more cucumbers, and really what I'll end up doing is pulling all of that and putting one of those crops in instead. And here we have some watermelon. If you have not ever grown your own watermelon, it's the cutest thing. Like, look at that. That is a baby watermelon. It is so cute. Oh, here's another one. It's even smaller. Baby watermelon. They're absolutely adorable. So I like to grow those on the edge of my boxes and let them grow out, just like these pumpkins. They're on the edge, and then that gives them lots of room to grow. My tomatoes are just literally erupting. I planted them way too close, but in my defense, I really thought that I was gonna lose half of them. We had gone out of town, and when we did, our house caretaker forgot to water my tomatoes. So they went about a week without any water, and they looked really, really bad. The seedlings did. This was back in like May, right before I was going to plant out. So I planted them out, and I planted kind of close because I thought that they weren't going to make it, and lo and behold, every single one made it. So now I have a lot of plants really close together, but I'm hoping to thin them out just a little bit by clipping back some of the branches that it might not need, and then as they grow taller, they'll just grow up these stakes that we put in, and I think these are 8 foot. No, they're not. They're 6 foot stakes that we just put in. So that is the plan. I have a couple different varieties here. We have Roma, of course, Roma. We have beefsteak tomato, and then I was growing a new one. My mother-in-law brought back seeds from Poland that she wanted me to try. They are a Russian Oxford bullnose heart tomato. I think I'm getting that wrong. I think it's like the bull heart, ox bull heart. I'm not sure. If you know what I'm talking about, put it down in the comments. Otherwise, I will make sure I double check on that for you and let you know exactly what it is. But we are trying that this year too. And then of course I have some of my cherry tomatoes here that I always grow, and they are doing fabulously. So hopefully we'll have some ripe tomatoes within the next month or so, and that'll be pretty exciting. But as you can see, we are already eating from the garden. We have lots of squash. This grew way too big. That is not what it's supposed to be like. I should have picked it. a long time ago, but we were on vacation, so things happen. We've got zucchini, we've got green beans coming out. As you saw, we have some cucumbers already. And then this onion patch has got to get picked within the next couple days. Just got to let it dry out a little bit. And then we will have onions too. And so that's not the only thing that we have here on our little homestead. We picked 2 containers worth of raspberries just the other day, so that was a nice surprise. It's been our 3rd year with our raspberries, and we really haven't had a great outcome from them yet until this year. So that's paying off, and that's really rewarding. They taste great in our morning Greek yogurt. And then I get so many questions about the orchard. Last year, our orchard really didn't do well. We had some terrible frost late in the season, and it killed all of our fruit blooms. But this year, we're doing fantastic. These are plums, and we have more than 30 fruit trees here in our orchard that we planted 2021. We started off with just these 3 trees here, 1, 2, and 3. And then the next year we added a whole bunch more. And as you can see, everything is doing fantastic. We have peaches here, peaches galore. And we have apples. They're really getting nice and round and starting to plump up a bit. And then here we had 2 cherry trees, which are done now, but this was the first year that we got a really nice harvest from our cherry trees. And you can see the growth here is just amazing. This is a plum, and there are plums up there. I just can't see them right now. It's getting dark. And we have a couple more apples. By a couple, I mean a lot. A lot more apples. And then over here, we have our grapes. And you can see that I bagged most of them so that we actually get grapes this year. But I bagged 200 grapes, and we still have more, as you can see. If you're new to my channel, I am a 100% organic gardener. So I don't use any pesticides at all. 0, none are okay with me. Even if it means that we don't get a harvest, then we just don't. I'm not willing to sacrifice any part of my family for the sake of just getting a crop by using any sort of chemical. And I do not care how much it has been said to be tested and whatever, we just don't. So this is how we live, and we are functioning pretty well right now. Even the ones that I didn't bag are doing fantastic. The only thing I'm worried about eventually is the birds getting to them, because that is generally what happens. But as you can see, they are all over. Grapes galore. And this poor little tree, I'm gonna need to give it some more support. It has just always been such a huge producer, but it is not going to withstand all of these apples. So we're gonna have to give it a little bit more help. And then up here we have our pears, and they are growing quite nicely. And another pear tree too. So yeah, that's our orchard. Things are going so well here on the homestead. We're having a great time growing as much as we possibly can, as organically as possible. So I hope all of your homesteads, all of your farming, all of your hard work that you put into growing your own food is going well. and let me know down in the comments. I want to hear what problems you've been having. If you want me to do a video on pest control or any sort of issues like that, just let me know. I will answer every single question that is put down below. And I cannot wait to see you guys again next time. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you again next time on Sheena's Homestead. Goodbye, friends.